and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another episode of the SITREP, and this is the scheduled time that it was supposed to happen. It was so funny. We're on Facebook earlier, and I get a message from Cato going, "Hey, PPR, you're live right now." I'm like, "Excuse me?" So I hop on there, and that's when I see that I had set the StreamYard interview up at 3 o'clock. And if you're familiar with StreamYard, whatever time you set up and then schedule ahead of time, if you don't mark that time, it'll go ahead and schedule that day for that time. So I thought I hit 10. I did not. So I hope y'all enjoyed the early teaser trailer, and whoopsie. And we got Larkin here with us. He's afraid to show his background. He is packing right now, and his room's a mess. So that's why he's a talking bit right now. So you guys
this is not a phone call. This is Shaka from Hawaii, man.
Hey, man, that's how I rock on. I get it. There's Cato. I hear this has been a big night for live streams. Deluxe live into Cato live into me live. And I'm going to apologize to Deluxe and Cato right now. As soon as I got home, it was busy. We're decorating for Christmas, and I am so behind on my reviews right now. I haven't got anything done because in my office, in the corners where you guys normally don't see, is 2 closets. And guess what's in those closets? Christmas decorations. So for the last few days, all the decorations have been pulled out and placed in the whole middle of my office here. Gingerly placed, thank you. I mean, don't go crazy in there. So hello, everybody in the chat. So Larkin and I got to looking. Our last SITREP, almost said shit rep. It's my channel. Our last SITREP was April 1st of 2019. I think you had just got started. And I think Cato, I had just, because I did my SITREP with Cato in March, and it was Cato that said, "Hey, you need to check this Larkin guy out." So on and so forth. And here we are, 2 years later?
Yeah. Yeah, because I started my channel December of 2018. So about 4 months after. So what took you so long, man?
I had shitty internet. Oh, I can't say shit.
Yeah, sure.
Rod was fussing at me. But yeah, I mean, it was so funny. I think my last live stream is when I did my unboxing for my Hard Hero bust. I told everybody, I said, I really don't have anything new coming in this month. I swear it's like Christmas. First, this showed up. I totally forgot. I pre-ordered. And, Hasbro really nailed the release date on this one. We get this horror-themed Dracula Transformer just in time for Santa Claus.
For Christmas.
And then, of course, these two show up, and they weren't supposed to be here until March.
Yep.
And I think it was you that notices, "Hey, man, my credit card just got charged for those 2 figures."
Yeah. I was like, I got a text alert saying, "Hey." So I go back and look. Oh, okay. I matched the amount because it just says Amazon, right? And I'm like, well, I ordered a ton of stuff on Amazon.
And so, how I work it, and I think I've told everybody, is I always pre-order my stuff, and then I pay for it with gift cards. And, man, I was like, oh, shit, I got all this going to come out of the credit card right now. I got to start slapping some gift cards on there. RKR is like, I hope Pterosaur ships early. Well, I'm kind of curious to see how this works now. I mean, he's just shipped. And somebody on Facebook posted, is it Tagatron? Is it Mutant Tagatron? Is the orange one?
Oh, Mutant Tagatron? Somebody got Mutant Tagatron?
Somebody posted it. They had it. I think it's somebody overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to review Puffer. I was hoping you would send that. Of course, we didn't know these were going to be released so soon with the last set you sent me. I told Firetox, I said, that name just cracks me up. And I can just imagine that bot chilling out like Cheech. Hey, man, hitting the bong. interesting fact while reviewing or researching those characters is Road Ranger, of course, is a BotCon 2004 Minibot GoBot collaboration.
Yeah.
Puffer was the European release of Pipes. They didn't get the Pipes that we got. They got a blue and white Huffer, but they called him Pipes. So the name for this guy, Puffer, is a combination of Pipes and Huffer. I actually would have preferred Hypes to Puffer.
Hypes.
Hey, Jason, thank you so much. His jackpot arrived today. Mine too. And let's see, just because we were talking about Puffer, what's the perfect one? Huffing and puffing.
Hey, Holmes. Hey, man, that's so, man. I've been smoking since I was born, man. I could smoke anything, man. I think you better light it in here, man.
What?
These gas fumes, man.
Oh, man.
I'm going to have to put that in the review.
Yeah, that needs to go there.
If you were in, I think one chat I was talking about where the original video, I flipped Bert and I's faces, but because of my facial hair and Bert's look, you couldn't tell us apart.
Really?
Yeah, it was funny. We blended it. I'll have to send that to you on Messenger.
Go
ahead.
That'd be cool. No, that'd be cool. I mean, it's just so funny that you get. It's like you're, the saying, brothers from another mother, or but
yeah, we went
same mother. I guess
we went to YouTube together. Well, anyway, for those of you, everybody on here, I think is familiar with how the SITREP works. This is my SITREP part 2 with Larkin. We're kind of catching up with him. I've been in many chats with Larkin's group chats. I don't think you and I have done a one-on-one in a long time. I think the last one was
it's been a while.
2019. So I know you have done a lot with your channel and different things, especially with your awesome 3D printing. Your G2 Megatron set is still my favorite, and I need to get a Ramjet set off of you. So we'll start out. Let me see how these questions are lined up. I've got 5 questions for you as a Transformer collector and 5 questions for you as a YouTuber. So question number 1.
Cool.
What was one of your collecting goals for 2021, and have you achieved it yet?
Oh, shoot. What was my collecting goals?
Yeah, I like to get easy questions. This ain't no damn around 30 minutes. Zing.
I guess I've achieved my collecting goals. I mean, it's been the same goal for a while for the truck stuff, was to get basically a complete War for Cybertron collection. That's all I wanted ever since I started getting back into, because before doing YouTube, I would collect Transformers, but I never did get everything. But when War for Cybertron hit, I kind of told myself I wanted a complete collection. The last time I had a complete collection of something was Beast Wars, and then I sold it. So far, I've been able to find everything, even the exclusives.
Now, I did that, I guess, when the line that was coming out when I first started doing YouTube was Titan's Return, but I wasn't reviewing those. I don't think I started reviewing figures until Siege. And I think Siege is the line where I got everything. And then I realized I don't really want everything. So after I've become a little bit more selectful, one of the things I did too was when you become a YouTuber, you may have done this. I know some others have. You buy stuff only to review, and you realize, man, I just wasted $40. I don't like this thing. So there's been quite a few.
I think I'm in too deep with the completionist part, where it's more about completing it than actually liking the figures now. It's like you get to a certain threshold. Well,
that's when you get stuff like this. I asked Bert today, I was like, Bert, did you get these figures? And he's like, nah. He said, they just look like cheap repaints to me. And I was like, well, I have to blame some of my fellow YouTubers. I've become a completionist exclusive whore anymore.
Yeah. But, in a way, I'm glad at least these exclusives are, the obscure characters, yeah?
Oh, exactly.
So
That's what I'd like to see more of. I've complained about
Yeah.
that many times. Quit making exclusives mainline characters like what was it, Earthrise with the Coneheads and Ironhide and Prowl. I'm fortunate enough I was able to get them. I mean, as soon as they came available for pre-order, I mean, like I said, me and Amazon pal, I click on them as soon as they come available. This is something for you from OG Yo-Yo. I guess I got that right. I can't
Thanks,
stay
I
on the show
appreciate
and
it.
say thanks so much. Yeah, that is a great set. That is my favorite.
Appreciate it.
One of my favorite Megatrons now. And what's funny, I don't like the Earthrise version, but the G2 color scheme with your set just puts that one above and beyond. Now, if they'd fix it where the damn feet would hide in tank mode, it'd be perfect.
Yeah. I mean, when I first got the G2 Megatron, I really liked it, but I really wanted that shoulder cannon. Because that, to me, that's what G2 Megatron has, right? That shoulder cannon.
Because they attempted it with wasn't it one of the first generation selects was the Combat Hero Megatron, and give it props.
Yeah.
At least gave him a different head, but still didn't give him the shoulder cannon.
I'm actually working on a modification of the G2 Megatron kit for the Combat Hero Megatron to make it look like him. So I don't know. Hopefully, I got a few more iterations to go through, but I'm trying to make it, where it simulates that pump in the back and stuff and everything. So
I gotta have that bellows. What was it? Somebody said, "Have you seen the Studio Series RC today?" I was just right before you sent me a message. I clicked on that. Let's do a share screen. We'll show everybody if they haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oops. There we go. So yeah, there's your Bumblebee RC. She is very hippie.
I like the alt mode.
I love that alt mode.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Paragon Medic repaint of that.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't mind that, but
that's
definitely
hero looking.
Nice. Yeah.
Ravage.
I don't mind Ravage too much, though. I mean, I know he's not supposed to look like an actual Jaguar, right? Kind of looks more canine-ish, though. Huh?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, and
a lot of detail on him.
Man, it just doesn't. It looks like one of the wolf robots from Transformers 4.
Yeah. Kind of like the new packaging.
Yeah. Little tiny Shockwave.
Yeah.
And what was it? I think this is the wrong one, but they got that new core class Hot Rod.
Yeah.
There's Pancake Wave. That's a great looking robot mode, though.
Oh yeah, when I saw more of these, I really want to get them to kind of weather them and customize them. It's been a while since I've done one of those.
Don't like the gun. That looks like a reuse from something else.
Yeah, at least they gave him that shoulder cannon that's more like Soundwave.
Right. Yeah, that's the first time I've really looked at these. I was busy at work today. I didn't get to really look at them. And then Braun.
I like Ratchet.
Yeah, Ratchet looks good. He got Wheeljack.
Mm-hmm.
I like his face. Very, very squat and dumpy looking, though.
Yep.
Braun's got that 80s. I mean, that just looks like an 80s futuristic vehicle. Because remember back in the 80s, man?
Yeah.
Everything had a
drill. Drill tanks. Drill tanks need to make a comeback.
Maybe in the Legacy line.
Oh man!
All right, well, let's get to some more questions. Well, we're number two. Have there been any figures that weren't on your radar to pick up at all until someone else in the community reviewed them, like Kato, who makes me spend money, and you make me spend money?
I would guess the latest. Well, I mean, I dabbled into Legends a few years ago, and then I just kind of stopped. But about a month or 2 months ago, I just went all in, just because Deluxe and his Legends reviews. I watch them. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to get into that, but I just went all in to Legends with New Age, and I would say it's really Deluxe's fault.
Yeah, he's the reason, of course, that I got the exclusive at TFCon, the Pistol Onyx. And
I like that.
I got it. I was like, oh my God. Once I figured out his transformation, because there's only one spot that was weird. It was that one arm.
Mm-hmm.
But man, great robot mode, great gun mode. I wish that's how MP36 transformed, because that's a complicated bastard right there. And then Memo, if he's still in here, Memo, thank you so much. He sent me the regular New Age Megatron, the silver version.
Yeah.
So now I got both versions of them. I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're
Benjamin's fussed
I
at
do
me.
like. Oh, yeah. Browning. I saw Bert's review.
Yes, you and I both have to blame Bert on that one.
That one I really like. Browning. Oh my goodness, that's such a solid figure. So 80s. But yeah, the Browning was very nice.
All right, number 3 might be a spoiler for your top 10 list later on this month. But what is your favorite figure 2021 so far?
Oh, my favorite of 2021. Oh my goodness. I would say Galvatron. The the Kingdom Galvatron. I like him a lot.
Yeah, both of
Just
them.
because. Yeah. So the toy version and the other one, it's just my last Galvatron stand-in was the Titans Returns one, but it wasn't that great because of it was a headmaster. I don't know. It's a hard because there's so many great figures. Yeah, there's so many great figures that was released today, but I would say only reason why I would say Galvatron is he's on my desk and I fiddle around with him a lot.
And Galvatron's one, he was a great figure, but man, we had to work on that guy because you and I, we got one of the first releases, so we had to do the shoulder fix, and then we had to take the schmutz off of him. So,
I didn't do that yet on mine because I'm debating whether to do that or not because right now I'm actually finding the toy version more fun right now. So I've been messing around with that a lot.
All right, Ash, real quick. I typed these questions up last February, so that's why I didn't even catch that. Leave me alone, man.
But yeah, I like Galvatron. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of mainline figures that were really good this year. But I would say Galvatron just because he's on my desk. I fiddle with him a lot.
And he's staring at you.
Yeah. Tracks fix. Do at your own risk. That's what I want to make sure.
Fix on. Why can I never remember the red tracks?
Oh, Road Rage?
Road Rage. Yeah, I did the fix on Road Rage, but I haven't done on tracks yet.
It's funny. So my version of when I did my review of tracks, apparently my first copy was good. So I didn't have any issues with it. And I see everybody was telling, oh, the legs are a floppy mess and this. I'm like, huh. So I opened my second copy up and I'm like, oh yeah, this one's bad. And then and that's when I would try to figure out why is this so bad? And I noticed that pin wasn't in all the way. So somebody was very lazy at the production line or very weak in hammering that.
Yeah, the first part of the year sucked for me with the Kingdom figure. Well, most of my figures, I got the Super Megatron that came with 2 right treads. I got the Kingdom Warpath. He was jacked up. His pin wasn't pressed through all the way to turn his turret. My tracks came with 3 wheels. There was a couple others. Oh, yeah, I got the Anniversary Megatron from Hasbro Pulse that came with the little Micron figures. Had that real cool translucent bat that broke on first transformation. So,
wow, man, you got. I think I'm pretty lucky. I think as far as QC stuff, I didn't get any major QC issues on mine. Yeah, but then again, like sometimes I don't even think about it because I like whenever I see something, if I know I can fix it, I'll just fix it. And sometimes you don't think about it, so I don't remember if it did have a QC issue.
Now, some of us don't have that option. Like, shit, where's the super glue? Well, see, one of the things a lot of people complain about with their figures is you look behind the figures like, oh, look at all the gaps and waffles. That's one thing that doesn't bug me because when I put mine on display, you can't see that. Now, nothing against the fillers because, man, I've got some of yours. They do a great job. But to me, that's no biggie unless it's like blatant. Like if you got a figure and you can, there's a hole, a peg hole. It's like Megatron, for example. He's got the hole for the fusion cannon, but since he's got that big gap where his forearm is, you can look
right through it. Yeah, some of them, like for me with fillers, it has to bother me to really actually go out of my way to make, design something in 3D. The Huffer one kind of bothered me because it was just so. It just was so open, right, behind the legs of Huffer. Galvatron was more of a like, I really like this figure and I kind of want to, sometimes I would make fillers just because I really like the figure a lot and I kind of want to even make it better. Rhinox, right? Yeah, Firetox doesn't like Rhinox. Yeah, and I didn't like the guns. That's why I was like, man,
yes,
I like
fantastic.
Yeah, the guns just was like, oh, what is Rhinox doing? Fanning the Predacons or something? I don't know.
His little pinwheels. Whee! Well, since we're on that subject, let's go ahead and go to question number 4. What was the worst figure you've grabbed so far? I guess this sounds right since we're at the end of the year. What's the worst for this year?
What was the worst figure I got this year? Hard to say. I don't know.
The one that did not wow me like I thought it was this one right here.
Oh, the Arc?
Yeah. Especially,
Are you done with the windows?
That's it? Oh my God. I'm still working. I love the thrusters. But yeah, there's a shitload of windows.
I mean, yeah, as a Titan, that didn't really wow me. I mean, I got it because I thought, the Arc is cool. But compared to the Scorponok and the Mega Supreme, I mean, the
others
this year's Titan
playability. You had the giant robot, then you had whatever they turned into, and then you had the base, and then you had the attack mode that all the other figures could interact with. You can't really interact with this one unless you pop the top off and say, make it so.
Yeah. I guess the only great thing about the Arc is mainframe. I mean, that's the biggest difference. I mean, that's the only big plus is mainframe.
I saw on Facebook there were some people actually they were buying Arcs, and once they got them, they realized it was a return. Somebody bought it and jacked mainframe, and then put the Arc back in the box and took it back.
Oh man, that's uncool. That is uncool.
Yeah, that's the one bad thing about this packaging stuff. Well, you couldn't tell until you got home. That's why.
And the thing is, if you look at the people who work at returns, they don't know toys. I mean, they're not like. I mean, they know as much about toys as my mom does. You know what I mean? Even if the guy showed them what was the contents inside, they probably look, okay, that looks kind of right. Because but I don't know. The one that biggest, I think this year I got the X-Transbots Wind Charger. And that was probably the worst figure I ever bought.
I think I've heard you mention that a couple times. I think Deluxe has mentioned that too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's actually made me shy away from X-Transbots products.
They lent me that cup and the robot mode. That's my first experience with them. Heavy die cast solid robot mode. I shit you not, the transformation took me an hour. And I am watching a guy step by step on YouTube. And it still took me that long. And
yeah, man, that's no fun, right?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I also got their Trailbreaker, and that one's not too bad. So I don't know. But definitely their Wind Charger is horrible.
Their Death Saurus that's coming out.
Ooh, I don't know. I just would wait for a review because, man, sometimes I think it's overly complicated for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because part of the fun for me with Transformers is I like a transformer that's easy to transform, not like super, like the old G1, you fold the legs up and arms in.
Yeah.
I want something that's complicated yet enjoyable. I don't want to be sitting here cussing out my, wanting to kick my dog because I can't transform something.
Yeah, and sometimes sometimes there's transformers that are actually not too complicated but not enjoyable because the tolerances are too tight, and it doesn't. It seems like the way they maybe they factored in that you're going to bend the plastic in order to move this part, and it's like doesn't feel right. So.
And then their first transformations, like I got that Stealth Bomber Megatron, and there's parts
that one,
connected so tight. I'm like pulling on it, and I'm afraid I'm going to break it. I'm like, okay, the instructions say to do this. Why is it not moving?
Yeah, the bomber one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't transformed it back to jet mode since. I'm going to eventually have to.
I was really surprised that Toyhax had a set for him.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. They've got some details for the wings and actual details for the flight stand.
Oh, cool.
So this is what a lot of people don't have that figure. This is a set I just got for me to apply. I'm not going to review it. This is for me to apply and enjoy.
Hey, you gotta. I think as a collector, and even just doing YouTube, you got to do some stuff just for yourself. If everything has to be for the camera, I think you're going to get burned out too quickly.
Too easy.
Yeah.
That's like with my Masters of the Universe. I don't review those. I collect them. I've got a bunch of them. I just don't review them. Bert, on the other hand, he loves to review them because he doesn't have to transform something on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. This hits a nail on the head. No one wants a transformer bot that works like a Rubik's Cube.
Well, yeah, nobody wants to do that. I mean, it has to be. I think the one word to sum it up for me, the transformation has to be satisfying, whether it's complex enough or not, or as long as it's a satisfying transformation that gives you a great end result. I'm okay with it.
Exactly. All right, we're 30 minutes in. You want to do question number 5?
Sure.
What is your most anticipated figure coming out?
For this year?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got 3 weeks.
Got 3 weeks. It would be Black.
I didn't put year. I just put what's your most anticipated one coming out.
Oh, coming out. Well, if I would say this year, it'd be Black Zarek, the Generation Selects. Supposed to be coming out this month, right?
February, from what all my things show. And seeing the box art, he's actually considered a legacy character now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I think like when you did the initial pre-orders, when it first came out, I remember saying December of 2021.
That could be. Mine says February.
Yeah. But that one I'm looking forward to just because, I like it when they do the Japanese characters because, we never really got them in the U.S. But overall, I don't think I have one that's really anticipated. I guess the Star Saber, but that's not going to come out till late next year.
Man, have you been following the Rancor and the Sky Striker? Those are struggling.
Those are struggling. Sky Striker went up in backers a little bit. I don't know. I'm curious if that you remember with Unicron they added the international guys on the last day, so I'm curious if they're going to do that. But I don't know. I told the guys earlier if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm okay with it. And like right now, they're at only 6,496 backers. I don't know. It's a toss up. They only have a few more days to go.
There was somebody I saw on Facebook where they said, "Oh, you reach these many backers, you get this," and then they showed these bones, and somebody comments, "Says great, we get a figure we already have and Halloween prop bones."
But you know what? The way I think about it, it's good feedback. They need this kind of feedback. If it doesn't, I don't expect every HasLab to pass. I don't know, and I don't think they expect everyone to fund, because if they expected it to fund, they would just do direct or something, right? So they need this feedback, and who knows? I mean, maybe the guys there say, hey, we got our data wrong. We got our info wrong. This is not what they wanted. Let's go back to the drawing board.
Try it again.
Yeah, try it again. I just hope they keep trying until they get it right. But,
yeah, I'm kind of glad I got out of Star Wars a few years back. I mean, I used to collect Star Wars just like I collected these guys, and then Transformers.
Oh, man.
Of course, you're a Star Wars collector. Of course, I quit collecting before the new movies came out. But back then, it was like, how many Darth Vaders do I need?
It's like Optimus Prime, right? They sell.
Prime, at least he turns into something different. There's Darth Vader's like, okay, here's this version, and this version has
in the olden days, it made sense. You had one that had the lightsaber they could hold, and one that the lightsaber slides out of his hand. So
in the 70s, you had that toothpick one.
Yeah.
They had the weird, super flimsy tip that we always chewed off as kids.
Yep. Remember that.
All right. Well, that is it for Transformer collector questions. Let's go into YouTube. So flashing back to April 1st of 2019, how has your channel grown since we last talked?
Shoot. In April, I didn't even have 1,000 subs until later that year, around November. So I just hit. What did I just hit?
Phone apparently.
No. Oh yeah. I just hit.
Used to sound like.
I just recently hit 7,000, so it's been I don't know. It's been nice. I'm grateful. I should put out more content and stuff, but I don't know. I just try to take it as easy as possible, just to try not to get burnt out. I kind of wanted to keep doing YouTube, so I kind of just do it at my pace at this time.
Of course, you've branched out into your 3D printing since then too.
Yeah, that part this year has been really good with the 3D printing and stuff. So I really gotta get, I started design. So before I used to just resell Funby Studios designs. I got a license to resell them and print and resell. And then this year, I really, with the G2 Megatron set, got into designing.
I think
I got to thank.
Item that you printed for me was missiles that went in Siege Hound, so you could have a missile.
Oh yeah. But see,
actually, those the other day.
Those are designed by somebody else. So those things I couldn't, like if somebody else designs it, unless you have their permission, you can't sell them. I mean, you shouldn't. Right. I mean, even if you could, it's just bad etiquette.
Oh no, Fire Toxins ran into that problem.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and it's like, to me, it's like, that's just bad etiquette. At least ask the person if you can. Worst thing they say is no, right? The Rotor Storm kit, that was a modded one, but I asked the original creator if I could sell it. Sell it modded for the 5mm port and all that stuff. And he said, yeah. He said, just make the file available. And I'm like, okay, I'll make the file available.
I got that set too. I just recently got his Toyhax decals in. I got to get those applied. I got so many stickers to stick.
Toyhax backlog.
Oh,
well, that arc will keep you pretty busy.
Well, it's funny how I've been doing it. I got the arc and I got Mainframe first, got him knocked out in a heartbeat. And with the arc, I've already filmed my befores. And there's just so many, and it's so time consuming. It's not hard, but and I'm a perfectionist, which is part of my biggest problem is I got to make sure everything's just right. And so I'll work on it for about a half hour a night, and I got to give myself a break because I don't want to get burned out on it. These are big set. The last one I did was Scorponok, which wasn't that bad. He had a lot of big stickers. And to be honest, I would rather put on the tiny decals than the big ones, because the big ones, those are the ones you're really going to notice if you don't line up straight.
Yeah, or if there's an air bubble inside, yeah.
Old Fire Talk says he lost the corner pieces. I think I know what he's talking about. These, I don't even put them on anymore. These things,
Just put them in a bag.
Well, he lost them, so
Oh,
I
man.
decided these need to go off because I was doing toy hacks and went to flip the front off, and they shot off and hit the wall in front of me and scared the hell out of me. He's like, "What the hell just happened?"
I whenever I transform the Arc, I preemptively remove them. just remove them off because it's yeah.
Which is another
keep
issue
your eye
I
out.
complain about with the Arc. Is like, this should not happen. When you're transforming, these should fold back out of the way. I mean, what they move
I'm curious.
like centimeters.
I'm curious why they didn't just use pins to hold them down so that they don't fly.
That makes sense. And if Hasbro's like the military, if it makes sense, they're not going to do it.
Oh well, hey, speaking of the Toyhax, I just got the G2 Jazz set for Toyhax.
Oh, nice!
So
I can't wait to see what that looks like. I saw a Jazz at my Walmart today, and I'm debating on getting another Jazz just for that set.
Hey, if you get that Jazz, I'm going to send you the G2 gun, the oversized gun. I don't know. I'm so into the G2 stuff. Like, I mean, it's the ridiculous fluorescent, bright colored stuff. And I figured, there's a G2 Jazz set. I just hopefully Toyhax can make a G2 Starscream set. Or the Earthrise. I can make another voice box for that.
Yeah, considering we're going to have 2 Earthrise Starscreams, more or less.
Yeah, that's true.
We're paying $50.
Also make a G2 set, so if people buy, they can say, "Hey, okay, well, your second Starscream, let's make them a G2 Starscream."
Did you get the Nemesis set and make the G2 Prime?
Yes. I had an extra Optimus Prime because I customized one of my Earthrise Primes. So I had an extra trailer. I actually just spray painted that one black. Okay. And then I 3D printed some parts to give them the voice box and the missiles. They weren't my parts, but I'm going to design my own. And I might put those up as well because I was like, oh, man, these are – I think I have a feeling some folks who got the G2 kit might want to do the G2 Prime to go with the G2 Megatron. $50 for a chair.
Yeah, Starscream hovers over that chair like you do when you're taking a dump in a gas station bathroom.
Yeah. Starscream just got a colonoscopy, that's why. Can't sit that. No.
There you go. You're on 3D print a hernia pillow for you.
There you go. Hey, well, Fire Talks can design that real quick.
There you go. Yeah, Fire Talks is quick.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I got disconnected a little bit.
What time is it for you over there in Hawaii? I know it's late here, but you're still like.
It is 5:38.
Yeah, he's working, taking time out of his day to talk to me.
No worries, man. It's like you guys are like what 5 hours ahead.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's 10:30 here in West by God, Virginia. I actually had to have my air conditioner on. It was 67 degrees. December 3rd, West Virginia, 67 degrees. Global warming. Love it. I can hang lights and not freeze tomorrow.
Yeah, shouldn't it be cold up there right now?
It should be. Well, yeah, we should be like white Christmas and stuff. We're out there with palm trees. Like Bert be happy up here. Where are we? Question number 7. We've been hit with a lot of challenges over the last year with worldly goings on. Has any of that changed up how you approach your content?
I'll be honest, no. You know why?
Because you don't go out of your house anyway.
No. Well, for me, this is to me, collecting Transformers and all this stuff, YouTube, it's an escape. It's an escape from, adulthood, reality, just to enjoy simple things in life, right? So personally, I just try not to bring any harsh realities of life into this space, so I can just kind of, enjoy, right? Because after I'm done doing a video or messing around with some toys, you got real life to deal with, you know, whatever that's going on in the world. So I kind of make a conscious decision just to not really talk about it, because otherwise, I don't know. It's just because I just want this place to be fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what I like about our community anyway. I mean, we're all so like that. And,
I stopped shaking hands in my reviews.
Yeah. What they do in Demolition Man was all
Really?
your air high five.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like for me, collecting toys, collecting Transformers, YouTube, it's really just an escape. Just enjoy chatting with you guys, hanging out with you guys. Just
it's like an extension. I always prefer to refer to it as an extension of the hobby, because now I get this brand new figure and enjoy him for what he is. I can take him out. I can mess around with him. Where back in the day, after taking him out and messing around with him, I set him up on the shelf and don't touch him for a year or two. Now take him out, mess with him, show him off to my friends. So
yeah, because I mean, you think about it, we're all 40-somethings. We're all old. You know, we have families. We have real, things to deal with every day. To me, this is it's fun. It's. I think it helps us cope with the realities of life, to be able to escape to something like this.
I'm writing that down now for my next Teespring shirt. We're all old.
We're all old.
Watch our YouTube channels. We're all old.
There you go, man. But
we are.
I don't know. Yeah,
I
have not really changed much, to be honest.
Hell, I think
maybe I should change my YouTube stuff a bit more. Like I don't have. I've kept the same format for so long already. Well, I don't have an intro or anything.
When I started, I changed around so much trying to find my niche, and I think it was about after year 2. That's when I just hit it, and that's what I've stuck with. Like with Toyhax, you don't see me talk about it. It's just the Toyhax stuff. With the figure, it's me introducing the figure, me with the outro. So I don't know. I just kind of stuck with that.
Maybe next year I'll change things up.
And the damn hat.
Yep. Without the hat, that's the iconic look, right? You gotta have the hat.
And even this year at TFCon, because I didn't wear it, and so many people, I didn't even recognize without the hat on. Big guy, Patriot Prime. Are you him? Here. Oh yeah.
It's like the Clark Kent Superman thing, right? Without the glasses and with the glasses. So it's not a totally an asinine thing that people can't recognize a person with glasses and without.
Rico, thank you so much for the super chat. You earned the new one. Where is it? Here we go. Enjoy, everyone.
Oh, dear Jesus.
And just keep in mind, you think that's bad, you guys watching it. It happened with us in the room.
You're not making me want to come to TFCon.
Oh my God, it was so much fun. I miss those guys so much.
I hope one day I can go. Maybe next year when I'm in, if we move up to the mainland, it'd be a lot more easier to get out there.
Fire Talks, you'd almost think I did that intentionally. Yeah, Ole's so much crazier in person. And we're all sitting on a bed while that's happening.
Nice.
All right, where the hell was I? Oh, is there number 8? Is there anything different you plan on adding to your channel? And have you thought about branching out into other topics? Which this almost kind of ties in where, yes, you've branched out into your 3D printing. Don't you do news stuff now?
No, well, I started, but I've been getting lazy about it. I got to be honest, like, so far my channel's been a little bit I mean, the reviews are I guess consistent, but sometimes I just do something if I get excited about something. Like if there's a Hasbro Pulse stuff and I get excited about it, then I'll do some kind of news about it. I haven't done that in a while though, because sometimes when I see a reveal, okay, it's not enough for me to really want to do one of those. So I've been doing a lot more on the short side because a lot of the reveals have been just one-shot reveals, right? But I don't know, man. That's pretty much it. I mean, I've done a bit more 3D printing this year. I've not done as much customs as I would have liked, so I'm hoping next year to get a little bit more customs done, though. Can you imagine?
Oh, Curtis. Can you imagine Bert in the barracks on the weekend station in Germany? He did jump out of planes. That's those airborne guys for you. Us artillery boys didn't do that. Let's see. What can we give Curtis? What's a good one? Well, it's Christmas time. Let's do this.
I want a basketball and a pony and a train set and a race car. I love you, Santa.
Yes, TFCon wasn't weird at all.
Hey, there's something wrong with a person that will jump out of a perfectly fine airplane. Oh man,
it was so funny. That's just Fire Talk's daughter put it best. She said she was like Fire Talk. Forgive me, I think 12 or 13, and she actually told him. She says, "Wow, out of all of you guys, I'm the most mature one."
Nice.
Of course, I think Bert and I were about 3 military grade margaritas deep by that point.
Oh, at least you had an excuse.
Yeah. No, 13. I was close. I said 12 or 13. Fire Talks has the best story from the one chip challenge when he's sitting there gagging and went to throw up in the toilet and it was covered in piss. At this classy upscale hotel and the toilet's covered in piss.
Well, somebody must have had a bad time earlier, right before him then. Because don't they clean those bathrooms often?
One of those cosplayers screwed up and realized they didn't put a zipper in. Yep.
Oh, man. Next year, nice.
It was more piss than toilet. That's how I have to do the Starscream throne. That's why he's hovering.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. Here we go. Question number 9. As a channel creator who's made it so far doing what you're doing, what advice would you give to new tubers, as I like to call them, starting out? I know we got a new tuber in here who's wanting to start out, this guy. So what advice would you give him?
I would say just make content that you enjoy. The people who like it will come and watch it. Just enjoy it. I know it sounds cliche. Just enjoy it. Don't feel forced to, do everything that everybody else does. I think one thing that I notice is if you're just consistent and just put out content that you like and take people's criticism, constructive criticism, because it is the internet, you're gonna probably get a lot of
assholes.
That with criticisms that is not constructive at all. But I don't know, just make content, adjust. But I wouldn't say don't adjust where it's no longer you. Adjust where say for instance, if it's an editing issue or sound, or just keep going and learning. I gotta be honest, I don't even know what I'm doing to be honest. So I don't even know I'm surprised I have this many views and subs. I don't know why. I mean, so I'm just gonna keep on doing what I feel like I want to do, and if they watch it, I'm happy. I'm pretty sure there's folks who don't like my content, which is fine. I'm just hoping the people who like my content find me.
Hey, and look on the bright side, YouTube hid that now, so everybody's not going to see who doesn't like you.
Yeah, there you go. Our feelings are now much better because of that.
I sleep so much. What was I going
But
to say?
yeah, I don't really have any good advice. I just don't know what I'm doing.
You definitely want to be yourself. You don't want to fake it, and you want to enjoy it. You want to have fun doing it, because there are times when I want to get a review out. Like I haven't done anything in a couple days, and it was like last night. I was like, man, I've got to get a figure reviewed. But we're doing this. I'm tired. I'm like, I'm ready to go to bed. I just want to relax and watch TV. And I knew if with that attitude, if I came up to do a figure review, that would have came out in the review. And your viewers can tell.
Yeah. And you know, there are times when I'm actually wanting to do a figure review and I start it, but because the figure is so frustrating, I don't do it anymore. So like you may get to that point where you're excited. I don't even think you should force yourself to finish a review if during mid-review you feel like this is not worth it anymore. I mean, because then it's going to show at the end.
I couldn't tell you how many thumbnails of figures I meant to review are on this computer, where I was like, I got the intro shot, and I'm just like, I don't like this figure. And a lot of people are like, how come you didn't review this? Didn't review that? Well, I didn't like it. Why didn't you review it? Well, I didn't like it.
It was no fun, right? It's just not fun. I mean, everyone, we only have 24 hours a day, everybody, right? I ain't going to spend time doing something that I don't want to do, that is not necessary. Like reviewing a figure that's no fun and that I don't like, and I'm not even getting paid for, or whatever, you know, work you get paid for to do that you don't like, right? To me, it's like, I'd rather spend my time do something else. Right? I mean, I know there's folks out there that think YouTubers make a lot of money, but you know, with even 5,000, 7,000, I mean, you're not breaking bank from YouTube.
Hey, Curtis hit me up again. Can you guys come over next week and play? I have lots of toys and video games. How about we come the weekend after Christmas? You should have more. We could all combine forces.
I'll ask my mom.
All right, what shall I give Curtis? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Everybody likes this one.
Ravage, eject.
Oh,
it's like Hato's comment. Buy everything, review everything, do it whether or not it's fun, treat it like work. Yeah, that's a quick.
Thank you very much. And you're a brand new member too, and I appreciate that. Hopped on and joined the PPR Army. Probably get blasted for saying that. How dare I? I'll give him something special because he joined.
That is some amazing talent right there.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Y'all see what I do more south. Oh,
thanks. Oh, man.
There is a clip I'm trying to get of my neighbor during the one chip challenge when Bert and I are eating it. You know, Bert's not phasing him, and I'm sitting there dealing with it, but he's sitting there just like, I was like, I'm trying to narrow it in, or I want to do one on him too.
Oh,
you never know, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make TFCon next fall because of my job. And depends on when they schedule it, because if they schedule the last weekend of October, I'm not going to be able to go.
Mm-hmm. Because that's election season is ramping up, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, just starting. That'll be the main thing. Yeah. All right. So where are we? Question number 10. This is our last one. Now it's time to promote yourself. Please tell our viewers about your channel. And do you have any special shout outs? And real quick, if you're not subscribed to Larkin's Lair, there is a link to his channel in the description of this video.
Yeah, well, my channel's on YouTube, Larkin's Lair. See, I'm bad at promoting, but I do have a shout out. I'll just say shout out to Toy Dojo because this year they sponsor my channel. So
Oh, nice.
that one's pretty cool. And they've been very great. Very surprised me. So I don't know,
Did
man.
they reach
It's sometimes.
I haven't even heard about this. Did they reach out to you?
Yeah, out of the blue. Well, I mean, we chat on Facebook, and then he was like telling me, "Hey, do you still do reviews?" And then I'm like, "Yeah." And then, we started talking and stuff. So it's sometimes when something like that, it's kind of nice. It's kind of gives you a little confirmation of what you do, right, and stuff.
Well, that's how what happened with me and Toyhax is I've messaged them before about certain sets and then one day just out of the blue, hey, would you like us to sponsor your channel? Well, yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Yeah. So shout out to them. I appreciate that. Yeah, and Engineer Hoist I do have an Etsy shop. It's in if you search Larkin's Lair, I have some accessories. I have a sale going on, but you can check it out. 3D printed stuff, and probably can find me on.
I should have had your Megatron out here. He's all other Megatron. Just like I said, I was Christmas decorating. I didn't think ahead. I should have had it up to show him off. But man, if you have the Generation Selects G2 Megatron, you owe it to yourself and your future generations to get that Larkin's G2 Megatron set.
And I'm very excited for that legacy G2 Prime to go with that Megatron as well. Just I don't know. For me G2, I'm a G1 person, but G2 happened during my high school years. So there was also, it was also influential time, right? So I remember picking up the comics again in G2. They were all Rob Liefeld out, with the guns and the pouches and everything on Transformers and stuff. So that's why I kind of like G2 a lot.
Jason Wade Cox with another super chat. Larkin, which Transformer character are you most like or identify with personally? Think about that while I give Jason this.
Oh, dear Jesus.
What? Oh, man, that's a hard question, man. You should keep that question.
The more I identify with Gears. Leave me alone.
Gears?
Grouchy.
Yeah, I guess the more I identify with, I find myself getting more, what do you call, like, okay with stuff. Like, I find myself less, like, not caring, not in a way, not caring, like, things that I would make a big deal of. It's like, whatever.
4 guys, 1 stormtrooper.
I don't know, but on the question, I don't know. I don't know who I identify with as a Transformer.
Rico, I keep identifying with Cup.
With Cup? Yeah. Well, I'm not at that age yet.
All right, what do you guys think about the toy price increasing coming next year? Will it hurt your collecting? I thought it was going to hurt when Siege came out, but if we want them, we're going to get them. I mean, what are we going to do?
Yeah. I got to be honest. The toy price increase is actually right now for me in a way the least increase of all the other things that is increasing in prices.
Yeah, the heating and the gas is the big one. Hey, Benjamin, Larkin, Autobots or Decepticons? Why you're thinking of that? Let's find something good. Oh, this is always fun. Let's destroy the universe.
80s Toys has an eBay page.
That's why we keep hearing the eBay ding.
Yeah.
We were off earlier. We were talking with Matt and
whoops,
there it goes. What happened?
I leaned back and there wasn't nothing there.
Live.
Wow.
There wasn't as
Hey,
much here then.
I didn't recognize you. You didn't have your hat on.
I know. Hey, Lazy Jedi, how are you, buddy? He wants a Bert. He wants a
Give him
Bert. A Bert. I don't know if he's seen this one or not. Everybody throw up in your mouth a little bit again.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Bert didn't destroy the universe. That was me. We were standing there talking, and I had stepped 2 steps forward. There was like his desk right here. And we're talking, and I just went to lean back because I thought I was like that far from the wall. I was that far from the wall. I just fell back into it.
You keep playing that dance of Bert, that's going to destroy the universe.
True.
But the question, Autobot, Decepticon, let's say Autobot. I don't know. I like good guys. Prime is cool.
I tell you, do you collect Masters of the Universe Origins?
Yep.
You talk about a series that favors the bad guys. I've got 1, 2, 3 shelves of bad guys to 1 shelf of good guys.
Oh yeah, I guess so. There's a lot of bad guys. I guess it's because of the way their naming convention. They keep making these. It's hard to get cool names like that for good guys.
Yeah.
But I like that line. I gotta be, if I had to choose between Masterverse and the Origins, I would probably keep the Origins over Masterverse.
There's so much nostalgia to it, and I love the fact they're bringing in characters we never had before, like with the Lords of Power. But it's like the Transformers. I mean, I've got another line of figures that I enjoy collecting that I can't find anywhere. All my Walmart has is 2020 Skeletor and He-Man. I have yet to, I bought the entire first wave when they first came out, and I haven't seen new figures at my store.
I'll check my Walmart for Stinkor again. I didn't see him today, but because you're still looking, that's the one you said got pushed back for you, right?
Well, they flat out canceled my web store, but Bert hooked me up with web store. Kato hooked me up with Lords of Power Beastman. I still need Stinkor from that wave, and I have all of Wave 7 pre-ordered from EE.
I
had one that wasn't, my nearest Target is 2 hours away.
That is crazy because there's like how many Targets within 30 minutes of me? 1, 2, 4 Targets.
I've got one Walmart, and then 25 miles away is another Walmart. 40 miles away is another. Ooh, got shot in my
40 miles.
Yeah, my Targets, like I said, my closest one is in Roanoke, Virginia, almost 2 hours away.
Roanoke.
Next to that, Charleston, West Virginia, 2 hours away. For some reason, in my area, they just didn't feel it Target worthy.
This whole island in circumference is less than 30 miles.
Now I got $79 Generals.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I'll keep a lookout for Stinkor. I gotta warn you though, man. Stinkor is like $18 in Hawaii.
Well, somebody just commented. Where was it? Somebody said Big Bad Toy Store has him right now.
Oh, really? You might have to go there. I bet you it'll be cheaper with shipping than because I already know from Hawaii shipping is going to be a minimum $12.
Oh yeah. Well, I was surprised today. I got Bert and Joel Bert and Rodimus. Excuse me. Don't like throw out the you're Joel. Bert and Rodimus. I bought them the Core Class Soundwave because my Walmart had tons of those yesterday, and it was $5 to ship that thing.
Hey, it's in stock. Big Bad Toy Store. $18.99 though. Is that right? Oh, that's Hawaii price. Well, you probably save on shipping.
Well, it's $18.99 plus your $4 shipping. Like I said, I still got one on EE that I've already paid for, so he may come sometime.
Better than my $12 shipping. can tell you that Target. Oh, Elites. Okay.
My abs here,
And
man.
here, bench.
Hell, I don't have abs anymore.
I think
got
even and I make that mistake a lot because the B and the N are close together.
Oh, I know what he means. No, now the area in West Virginia. Well, actually, Deliverance was filmed in Kentucky, so West Virginia has nothing to do with that damn movie. But I'm not as far south as that. There are people, you know, you hear those West Virginia stereotypes, and I see them today. There's a construction crew working next door to my office, and there's guys that talk just like this. You talk, you know, they're out there. Hey, y'all got them cinder blocks over here. I mean, they talk like what they expect me to talk like.
You know, it's funny. I grew up in Virginia, but I never got never got an accent.
Well, when I first started my channel, everybody thought I was from Texas.
All right.
I get that all the time. Hey, you from Texas? What part of Texas are you from? I'm from the part that's really far away, Bobby.
Extra Zero has 5 targets within 30 minutes.
Well, I do have an Ollie's. I give it that. I did get the Conehead Power Dasher, the Siege Generation Selects.
Okay. Ollie's had Generation Selects?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that's where they go for clearance stuff, right?
Right.
They're like a Ross.
And there was like a ton of double dealers, Earthrise Optimus Primes. There must have been 40 Snapdragons last time I was in there.
Oh my goodness! How much were the primes?
$20.
See, that would have been worth it just to get the trailer and paint it instead of getting the black Nemesis Prime.
I ended up buying an extra double dealer from him, and I did that for a Toyhax review. That way I could go ahead and Toyhax the figure up. And so I had my before and after ready to go immediately.
Man, did you and you put all the stickers on the wings?
Yes, I did.
I've not done that. I mean, I love Toyhax and all, but sometimes
the stickers on.
Sometimes when I look, okay, I ain't putting this on. I ain't putting this on. It's too small or it's too much. I still have to do the wings though because it's I did one side.
The only ones I never put on are like the goofy optional ones, like with their Galvatron decal set. They gave him little sparkles. Remember that scene where he gets out of the lava and you can see the circuitry sparks? They gave him those. I didn't put those on.
Do you even do the eyes? Sometimes I'm like, I don't really care if you do the eyes. You do the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Dinobots had a really good set of eyes. He had one set was the green eyes for like the lasers, and then the eye decals that he came with, I didn't really notice them until you actually put them in the figure. It looked just like the cartoon. Remember in the cartoon, their eyes would have the lighted pupils too? Yeah. They were in the decal.
Wow. At that scale, that's pretty amazing.
So I always do the eye decals unless I think there was a Soundwave figure. I skipped the eye decals because the first Siege Soundwave had yellow eyes. And so I used the Toyhax decals because they had like the cartoon red visor.
Red eyes.
When I got there was another Soundwave.
The Netflix one?
I've got that decal set, but I haven't applied it. Oh, it was a Sound Blaster. He had red eyes, but he had that glorious light piping. So that's an eye decal I skipped because where I've got mine displayed, the light shines right down on him and his eyes glow.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the light piping on that guy.
Now, the Arcat eyes put on him because he had those light piping yellow eyes, and I actually gave him, I don't know if you can see it or not, but he got a decal for the forehead, and he now has blue eyes.
I have not yet touched that set. I when I took it out of the envelope, I'm like, okay, let me do this another time when I have time.
Well, the first part I tackled was inside all the decals in the interior that you're never going to see.
They even give you decals for to change the Autobot logo.
Yep, they gave you 3 different decals.
Yeah.
And what really surprised me, there's decals that go inside there. They give it a little bit.
Did you have to heat them up?
For the ones inside, no. But for these on the thrusters themselves, I did because they're curved. Anytime I have curved decals, I'll warm them up a little bit.
Yeah, it helps.
These gold decals on all the guns, they're curved, so I heat them up. And with that, it's just I'll warm the figure up. I got a little heater in here. I apply the decal and then just go over it once or twice. You don't really have to apply a lot of heat. But yeah,
and then it helps conform to the plastic.
Yeah, a lot of decals here on the inside, which kind of makes these areas look like hangers. So you got control panels, and there's even decals.
Oh, that makes sense.
If you open this up, this one section here, there's like control panels. I don't even know if you can see it or not on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
And what's funny, there is decals right there that shows windows of a zoo. There's two giraffes.
There's two giraffes.
It's the arc.
Nice. Oh, two giraffes. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I love those little Easter eggs.
There was another. Oh yeah,
are you going
one here, which is a throwback to the Generation 1 cartoon. You probably can't see it. Whereas, let me find. I guarantee you can't see it. Is in the corner is a decal of Soundwave in cassette mode, and up here laying on the shelf is Laserbeak in cassette mode.
Infiltrating.
Yes.
Nice. See, I like those little nuggets that they put in. Yeah, just like it's all fun, right?
Their team is amazing.
And you can tell they love their work.
Oh yeah, they got a good team. I'm actually Facebook friends with a couple of the artists, and we talk back and forth.
Cool.
Oh, extra zero. Are you gonna do any parts for the Ark?
No, I'm not. Half the battle guys, they have a really good set, but I don't think because it just takes too long. It's probably the biggest reason why. And I think the guys that half the battle toys, they do a nice Ark upgrade filler set.
Oh, Jason, I do too, because they did a fantastic job on Galvatron.
Yeah, I gotta send you a second gun for them. Because you're gonna need the one you need the gun for.
Actually, that's where my gun is. It's in his hands right now. I applied those decals when I did that figure review because one, I knew Toyhax was going to come out with a set, and I just wanted to see how bad those were. And they weren't Titans. Was it Titans Return that had the super thin foil stickers?
Yeah.
They weren't that bad, but they still weren't great.
Yeah, they're not Toyhax quality. Toyhax quality is I looked at the backing of their stuff. They're made the company that makes those actually makes decals that can go on cars.
Yeah, they're
made to last.
Are fantastic because that's why usually in all my reviews I'll point out like, hey, you got these two decal sheets. This one's on foil backing. This one's on vinyl. Love the vinyl.
Yeah. I mean, I know sometimes people complain about the price, but you're not paying for something cheap. You're not paying. This is not just regular stickers that you're buying. My
Generation 1 6-shot over there, I Toyhaxed him up in 2012. I did a review on him. I think maybe it was last month. Those decals are still pristine looking and sticking. So yeah, they last. The biggest issues I've learned, like that, where they come off, is on curved areas or little tiny areas. So that's why I really use the heat trick to help them up a little.
Oh yeah, and I think that will help with adhesion. And of course, I mean, sometimes a lot of people forget like these toys. Sometimes when they come out of the factory, there's like a little mold release on it, so you got to wipe them clean at least to get the best adhesion on it.
Oh, somebody's wanting to know what you got in the pipes. What's next?
I shared with you guys. I made G2 guns. So if you see Sideswipe, Generation 2 Sideswipe and Jazz, they come with these large, brightly colored guns with the missile that goes in it, right? So I recently got the Toyhax set for G2 Jazz, and I do have those guns. I made some. I just got to figure out how much I'm going to print out. I don't know if a lot of folks would like them or stuff, but I made some G2 guns to go with Sideswipe and Jazz. And I might do a voice box for Starscream. I don't know. We'll see.
You see the Revenge stand that Fire Talks made me?
Yeah, it's nice, man. And then it has room for the small figures on the bottom.
Right, he went all that. You got 3 of them right here. You got a couple different bases. So you got that one that says Revenge, that one that has the Decepticon insignia. Or if you get a bunch of those little figures, he's ready for you.
Nice.
So it's funny
because we're going to get a whole bunch of them with Galvatron, the upcoming clear Galvatron.
That's one I didn't buy. I was like, I already got 2 versions of it, and if y'all know me, I hate translucent plastic. So I just have no desire.
Oh man, you're opposite of deluxe. I like translucent stuff. I know you got to be very careful with them, but I'm a sucker for those clear plastic stuff.
All right. Well, brother, we have been on here for 1 hour and 16 minutes. I know you probably want to spend some family time. It's almost dinner time in your area, and I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah. I got a big day tomorrow. We're going to try to do the outside of the house as far as decorations are concerned. It's going to be like almost 70 degrees here. Perfect day for Christmas decoration.
Nice. Excuse me. I had to cough a bit, so I had to mute.
That's okay.
Galvatron's why I had all those spots.
Well, once again, I want to give you a big thank you for hopping on tonight. Pleasure to talk to you again. I know we chat all the time on Facebook, but I was really looking forward to doing this again. Appreciate you coming on. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Appreciate the super chats. And stay tuned. I've got a whole bunch of new reviews coming out. The next Toyhax decal, I'm really excited to apply, which is not the ARC. I'm taking a break from the ARC. I have this decal set for the Botropolis Rescue Mission set. And this looks like this is really going to improve those figures, especially for the base modes. So, yeah, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Patriot Prime signing out. Hooah!
Thanks, everybody.